Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's deep dive discussion, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so you stay updated with all the latest breakdowns and insights from the crypto world. The information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and all opinions expressed are my own. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile. Invest only what you can afford to lose. Now, let's talk about the markets. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it? You see a coin or two make a small rally here and there, giving some hope to retail traders, but overall, the top 100 cryptocurrencies have been largely underperforming over the past week. While some small caps have shown flickers of life, the major altcoins have continued their downward trend. If we check out the Fear and Greed Index, it's shifted noticeably over the last few days. As of yesterday, we were sitting at a 56 on the scale, which falls under greed. Just a few days before that, actually on Saturday, we were back in neutral territory. So there's definitely a bit of market sentiment swinging around here. And what's really wild? Bitcoin is hovering around $104,000 as I'm recording this. Yeah, you heard that right, $104K. That kind of price action would typically lift the whole market, right? But nope, altcoins are still bleeding. They're struggling to catch any meaningful upside while Bitcoin dominates the spotlight. Let's get into something that sparked a lot of chatter recently. According to the Moonshot app, a version of ZBCN appeared on the platform about a year ago and is not verified. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but it's definitely raising some red flags. Scammers and hustlers have always existed in the crypto world, but they seem more active than ever these days. And the advice? Stick to verified sources. If you want to buy ZBCN, go through Uphold, which is a verified exchange. There's an airdrop coming too, which has stirred up even more buzz. Stay cautious out there. Now, speaking of that airdrop, I did some digging. I don't personally use Uphold, but I came across this Reddit post that outlines the requirements. To qualify, you apparently need to hold $500 worth of ZBCN in a Solana wallet and also have a funded ZC Silver card. You'll also need to connect your wallet to be eligible. It sounds pretty straightforward, but we don't yet know how much ZBCN will be distributed or exactly when the drop will happen. It might be sometime this month, so for anyone holding ZBCN, this could be a nice little bonus. But here's where things take a darker turn. A new ZBCN Memecoin launched just 24 hours ago, and guess what? The creator rugpulled it for $500,000. That's right, $500 just vanished. This is a textbook example of what happens when something becomes popular and gets hyped up. Opportunists come in and create knockoff or meme versions to capitalize on the trend. And this kind of stuff happens all the time in crypto. I actually found out about this new meme coin from someone in my Patreon group's Discord server. If you're interested in joining that community, there's a link down below. Anyway, someone asked me what I thought about this meme coin. I took one look at the chart and knew right away it was extremely risky. The meme coin was created on June 1st and quickly skyrocketed to a $1.66 million market cap before crashing down to around $819,000. People are often drawn to high-risk, high-reward plays, and this was no exception. Some even argued in the Twitter comments that those calling it a rug pull were simply bitter after missing out on a potential 6,000% gain. It's up to you to decide what you believe. But personally, I don't advise diving into meme coins without doing serious due diligence. The larger trend here is that we seem to be in another meme coin cycle, and while they can bring insane short-term gains, they often end in disaster for most participants. Be careful and stay grounded. Now let's shift gears and talk about the actual ZBCN token, the real one, because that's what most of us are really here for. As of now, ZBCN is priced at $2.88. Just yesterday, it retested its all-time high levels, which I'll break down on the chart shortly. Its current market cap sits at $465 million, and its daily trading volume is up 10% compared to the previous day. Nothing too crazy there, but still a decent uptick. One thing to note is that ZBCN is still missing listings on the big two exchanges, Binance and Coinbase. That could change at any time this year, or it might not. No one can predict that with certainty, but given the hype and growing interest in ZBCN, a listing wouldn't be too surprising. Community sentiment remains overwhelmingly bullish. Even the Zebec mascot, Party Shark, chimed in, saying he's bullish on ZBCN while sipping on a margarita. Not sure if that counts as technical analysis, but hey, it's something. Looking at the charts, we can see that ZBCN's bullish momentum was initially triggered around May 19th. That's when it started its upward journey. I use an indicator called Trices to analyze these trends. If you're curious, I'll leave a link below. It's useful for spotting entry and exit points in crypto markets. At its recent peak, ZBCN hit approximately $0.07. Afterward, it pulled back and made a second attempt to breach that level, only to get rejected again. This tells us that $0.07 has now become a strong resistance zone. And if we examine the recent candles, we see 4 consecutive red candles, suggesting that sellers are starting to take over, at least in the short term. So what does this mean? If ZBCN can hold above the 0.52 level, which was a previous resistance zone, then the uptrend remains intact. But a break below that could signal a reversal or a more significant pullback. This is standard behavior after a big run-up. And let's be honest, ZBCN had a huge run. What's also interesting is how quickly ZBCN made its gains. We saw multiple new all-time highs with barely any real cool-off periods in between. Usually, a coin pulls back significantly after such a rally to establish new support zones, but ZBCN just cooled off for 24 hours and then made another push. That's incredibly bullish behavior, but also potentially dangerous for those entering late. For anyone who's been following me for the past couple of months, you should already be sitting on some nice gains from ZBCN. Whether you choose to take profits or not is entirely up to you. If you've been around my channel for a while, you already know my approach. Always stick to your trading strategy. Don't let emotion dictate your decisions. If you've set price targets or percentage-based profit goals, follow them religiously. Going outside of your strategy is where most investors mess up. One minute you're trying to ride the wave for more profits, and the next thing you know, the price dumps and you're left holding a bag. That's why discipline and consistency are so important in trading. Have a plan and stick to it. ZBCN's chart still looks healthy despite the short-term pullback. As long as we stay above 0.052 SESN, we remain in bullish territory. But if we break below that level, we might be in for a deeper correction. Remember, markets don't go up in straight lines. Corrections are a natural and necessary part of any sustainable growth. They provide opportunities for new investors to enter and for the market to build stronger support levels. So what should you do if you're already in profit? Again, stick to your plan. If your goal is to hold long-term and you believe in the project, then short-term volatility shouldn't worry you. But if you're here for the swing trade, then keep a close eye on resistance and support zones. As we wrap up, let's revisit a few key points. There are ongoing scams and fake tokens popping up. Always verify before buying. An airdrop is likely coming to Uphold users who meet specific criteria. This could be a good opportunity for some passive gains. ZBCN has experienced rapid growth but is now showing signs of a possible short-term correction. Watch the 0.052 level closely. Stick to your strategy. Whether you're in it for the short haul or holding for the long term, consistency is key. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. The crypto space can be incredibly rewarding, but it comes with its fair share of risks. That's it for today, folks. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss another update. Also, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you bullish on ZBCN? Did you qualify for the Uphold Airdrop? And what do you think about the meme coin craze? Let's get the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.